Hi, I'm Matt.
I'm Katie.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Allie.
After going over both Clinton and Trump's debate, we found that Hillary seems to have a better vocab choice. She seems to pick more professional words. Um, we found that Trump seems to be more engaging with his audience. He seems to make sure that he uses word choice that everyone else can understand versus professionalism. We also found that Trump seemed to stay more organized than Hillary. Hillary seems to kind of jump around and not stay on topic, where Trump stays on topic more. So overall, we found Trump has a total score of 12, and Hillary Clinton had a total score of 10.
For the second question about the three course concepts observed in this clip, the first one we did was intercultural communication. So a lot with the intercultural communications, Trump seems to talk negatively about a lot of other cultures, but it always seems like he has a friend in one of those cultures to like back him up. So then for communication framework, we had nonverbal. He uses a lot of nonverbal communications, hand gestures, eye rolls to when people would give him maybe feedback or something, and a lot of facial expressions. A lot of the verbal communication that he uses is he repeats himself quite a bit in his speech. He uses like the same words. He also uses words that maybe aren't sophisticated, things that like basic people would understand. Rules. He doesn't follow the rules of speaking in simple terms and register. He's very informal with his speech, not very professional, especially for a presidential candidate, we said. And then
As far as communications components, feedback for Trump at least, he's always negative in a nonverbal response, like rolling his eyes or using his hands. Occasionally Hillary had that too, but for the most part, Trump had very negative nonverbal responses. His message, usually, if Hillary is sending her message, Trump would interrupt, or vice versa. And so, I don't know, there was a lot of noise, I guess, going on. The coder, so his message isn't meant for citizens, or it is meant for citizens, and it's not as professional as far as wording and grammar goes, but that makes it easier to understand for us normal people. And Hillary often uses words. Sometimes they can confuse regular citizens, but when Trump usually says directly what's on his mind instead of trying to dance around the subject by using different vocabulary that citizens might not understand. And then,
For the third question, we came up with 3 big ideas that we've learned through this activity. The first one is that it taught us to apply the communication components rather than just knowing the definition. We were actually able to apply the different parts through the communication topics. The second one was the way we use communication can help. A lot of people don't have as high of reading vocab as like the higher presidential candidates do, and Trump in the linguistic analysis had a 4th grade reading level, so the words he uses were a lot easier to understand for us, so it can kind of persuade us to think a certain way. And then the third one is that intercultural communication is super important because it helps your culture get along with another culture, and it helps you use your theory of mind and kind of take in the other culture's point of view and understand it as yourself.